Just the woodstone left. His Majesty mentioned Lampbloom Woods. Let's get going.
Once Dryad, the elemental of wood, has joined us, we will have found all 8. Elliot, I will save you. Please wait for me.
Hello everyone, welcome to part 24 of Trials of Mana. We are currently en route to the Lampbloom Woods, which can be a bit dangerous. And kind of mazy at first glance, but if you look down below at the flowers, some of them glow. That's going to come into play later on. Already we have a gold mana statue and a treasure here. I wonder if we're gonna stumble upon a boss. Or maybe it's one annoying little girl. Hey, with Trials of Mana, anything could be a boss fight.
These plants are Duskmoon Vine. My powers can unseal the path.
Charlotte? What are you doing here?
Hello! Long time no see. I'm looking for Dior, so I can help my grandpa. He's sick. After you heartlessly left me at the temple, I made it through countless hardships, and finally reached these woods!
Oh, sorry.
As long as you're sorry. It wasn't an easy trip, you know. Especially the cannon part.
So, basically, you took a boat to Maya and hopped in Bon Voyage's cannon.
I guess. Basically. But forget about that. What are you all hanging around here for anyway?
We're looking for Dior, the Elfin village.
Ha! You'll probably never find it. After all, you don't know the secret trick my grandpa taught me. Too bad for you!
Wait, what secret?
Ha! I'm not telling!
Like, the mannerisms in this game are hilarious. Charlotte and Gourmand, the clown-looking dude, have the best mannerisms in this game. And for the wrong reasons. Mostly Gourmand, because he straight up looks like a Power Rangers Zeo villain. Just when you thought Power Rangers couldn't get any more bizarre, Zeo. Just Zeo. Had a kick-ass theme song, though. But then again, that's pretty much a given for any Power Rangers show. I am kind of disappointed that that Power Rangers show on Netflix was canceled, but if it's more of the same, then I guess good. Like, can we have something different with Power Rangers for once? Yes, I know there are different actors every time, but it's pretty much the same Power Rangers formula. Anyway, this is a Power Rangers game commentary. Though there might be one soon. Soon enough, I don't know. Whenever Rita's Revenge or Rita's Rewind, Rita's Water Ice, whenever that comes out, I'll be sure to play it. It looks like Shredder's Revenge, actually. Which, I like that game. Hopefully that game turns out good, because honestly at this point, Power Rangers needs something good. Honestly, no, it needs something great. We haven't had a great Power Rangers thing since in space, maybe Time Force, I don't know. I didn't like Time Force that much. Well, I can see further parts of this commentary devolving into weird subjects like Power Rangers. We're at that point, ladies and gentlemen. We're at part 24. But I do want to stay on subject for at least some of it. Like how Charlotte's about to get hit in the face by this creature. Wow. Good form, Charlotte. You really showed him. You know, that wouldn't have happened if I was playing as Charlotte. Why is Charlotte such a weakling all of a sudden? She can knock enemies down with an ass tackle. What is going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Freaking cutscene powers, that's what. Despite Charlotte being portrayed as a weakling, she's actually pretty fun to play as. At least when you get to higher levels and you have all the magic skills, of course.
Stay away!
Don't run off alone into a forest.
Fine. The secret is the flowers. At night, some flowers glow red. Follow those to get to Dior. Look! See the red flowers? That's the way to Dior. I don't want to deal with monsters, so I'll follow you after you clear a path. Thanks in advance.
Charlotte. I alluded to this earlier, but you have to follow the glowing red flowers to Dior. If you don't do that, then the pathway will just loop back around. And trust me, that will get annoying real quick because enemies will respawn. And even if you are going along with the red flowers, it will take a little bit for the surroundings to change. So no, it's not your fault. It really does take 3 or 4 screen transitions to progress. All with enemy respawns. Nice. This may be my least favorite part of the game because it just drags on forever. And I also don't like labyrinths that much. Even though this technically isn't a labyrinth, it's just a really convoluted, straightforward path. If you want a true labyrinth, play the Revenge of Shinobi on Sega Genesis. That last level was a bitch. Or, you know, any dungeon crawler RPG ever made. Every one of them, those count too.
Don't keep me waiting. I know what to do.
But other than that, this area is just kind of boring to look at points. This area doesn't look that much different from Duskmoon Forest, but the difference between this one and Duskmoon is, at least with Duskmoon, it's always at nighttime. So there's always going to be the moon overhead. You also have this spooky blue color wash that's pretty cool to look at. Lampbloom Woods does not have any of that. All you have are red flowers here, which I guess they're cool because they glow, but yeah, they're fine, I guess. That particular Silver Mana statue is going to be important later on because that's going to serve as the gateway to the boss.
I've never seen plants this big before. Oh, and they glow! I suppose we should search for the Elf Kingdom, Dior.
These woods are anything but ordinary. Don't let your guards down.
Fairy is indeed right about this forest being something else. Compared to previous locations, the enemies here are a massive step up. Starting with the usual suspects, Lampbloom Woods is home to the Ladib, which is a bee enemy, so that's why it has the Ebe format in its name, the Mushgloom, the Quilted Hood, and the Silk Spitter. And as you can see, the enemies love to light the area up in red. So much red. That's the real threat right here. The Mushglooms have their mush eruptions. I couldn't have made a lamer pun even if I tried. Anyway, the mush eruption is basically a move where the Mushgloom, not Mushboom, different enemy, the Mushgloom shoots many mushrooms in front of itself in a 45-degree angle, which compared to the other enemies in Lampbloom, they're not that bad. The true nightmares are going to be the lab bees and the silk spitters. The lad bees, for example, have one of Reese's special attacks, which is the Lance Surge. The enemy's Lance Surge is definitely similar to Reese's. It's a bunch of sonic booms that shoot out in front of the enemy. It does some pretty hefty damage. At least to Angela and Reese. Duran could probably tank it. The Silk Spitters are more of a nuisance because they have webs on their side. Now the webs won't tie you up completely, but they'll slow you down dramatically. So you have to watch out for where the Silk Spitters piss their traps out at. Alright, here's the part with the crossroads and the reoccurring scenery. Remember to follow the red flowers. And Angela's dead again. I can't even blame her at that point. The enemies decided to use Lance Surge all at once. The poor girl was like, where do I dodge to? There's so many red lines. That would be a very Angela thing to say. I'm just liking the Valley Girl Californian accent. Assassin ant? They're apparently an enemy here too, and they're super weak. Oh well, we got the mush gloom to make up for that.
I'm just getting started.
Got you covered.
This should hopefully be the last screen transition before we reach DR. In the meanwhile, let me upgrade Angela's strength because I want to get Fireball.
I know what to do.
We'll just blaze through this fight. Who's gonna stand a chance against us? Oh, the Silk Spitters. Okay, they got something. They got something. It's not gonna be enough. Alright, one more screen to go. And you'll notice that the map here is unreliable since we're in the maze. But now that we're at the destination, the map is good again. And we got another easy little cactus location. It was pretty much right there. It's on the beating path. The next prize is making it easier to escape battles by having the time to run out of the red circle. But do I really need that? I just fight all the enemies regardless. The monsters are just easy to take out. Find the Elfin Elder. Will do, game, will do. Now, there's something strange about Dior, and I'm not sure if that's because the town is obscured on the map, or there are just two graves here for some reason. Okay. Or maybe it's because the townsfolk are prejudiced and don't want to talk to us for a bit. Well, two of those three problems are fixable, except for the graves. Yeah, the graves. We're about to know more about that in a few minutes. So there's really no point to talk to the townsfolk because they won't talk to you. Even the merchants. Asshole. Just sell me some weapons, man. Come on. Why you gotta do me like that? Is it because my ears are not pointy enough or something? Oh, I see. It's the hair. You can't grow hair like Duran can. I didn't know elves were that superficial, but apparently they are. Anyway, let's go see the village elder. After I scour the area... Oh boy, this is gonna take a while. Of course you're not gonna say anything. You're not gonna offer me what's on the table? Those books? Low poly books? Those are terribly rendered books, by the way. I just noticed that the full name of Dior is actually Flowerburg Dior. Flowerburg, okay. That's new. Pick you up and then go behind this house and get a treasure chest. That should be everything in Dior. No, I'm sorry, Flowerburg Dior. And it's morning time in Flowerburg Dior. Nice. And everything looks even 10 times worse and misty. I just don't like the look of Dior. Or Lampbloom for that matter. It has this foggy look that I'm not down with. Okay, now I'm gonna make my way over to the Elder's Manor. But there's a couple more things over here. Including another low cactus location. 2 low cactus finds in 1 episode. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, we got 2 more times to find them before we get our next prize. Which is kind of useless in my opinion. But that's just me. I like to fight things in RPGs to get stronger. Which is kind of the point of an RPG. Anyway, here's the Elder. And holy crap, this is a nice looking house. This interior does not need to be this good looking. Like, I swear the floors are made of gold.
I have nothing to say to humans. Leave immediately.
Elder! Please, we need your help.
Oh, you are the ones chosen by Fairy herself.
Hey! There you are! You went without me! Again! How could you forget about me? You horrible meanies.
Charlotte, is that really you?
Who are you?
You do not remember. You were very young when you were taken to Wendell. I should not be surprised.
Oh, so you are the Elfin Elder, huh? Wait, no time for that. My grandpa is sick. He needs your help. Please. When the Priest of Light put up a barrier to protect Holy City Wendell, he used forbidden magic. It came with a terrible curse. Now he has fallen to an incurable illness.
I see. I did not think I would ever hear tell of the Priest of Light again. It must be Laron and Shayla's will from the world beyond.
Papa and Mama?
Yes, my child. Dividing their families caused Laron and Shayla much pain. Humans and elves are forbidden to marry. His Eminence and I were against the union, afraid that it would shorten their lifespans. But their love was more important to them than our laws. Shayla left Dior and eloped with Laron. Once I saw their happiness, I reluctantly relented. After a time, they had you, Charlotte. Though they departed this world thereafter, your parents did not regret their decision. To assuage his guilty conscience for abandoning his son, His Eminence swore to raise you, his granddaughter, in Laron's place. That is when you left Dior for the Temple of Light. And to avoid future tragedy, I sealed Dior away from humans. We two agreed that only elves were to know where to find this settlement.
Papa! Mama!
Leave her be. Regarding the issue of His Eminence's illness, I'm afraid there is nothing I can do with the mana of the world so depleted.
In the end, sounds like our only hope is to get the Sword of Mana and ask the Goddess of Mana to heal him.
Sir, Fairy is helping us find the elementals so that we can open the portal to the sanctuary. We would like your help. Please. Where is the Woodstone?
There is a mana statue in the northwest of Lampbloom Woods. If you borrow Luna's moon powers at night, the Lampblooms should let you through.
That cutscene was a lot. I'm still wondering how Charlotte's parents died, though. It's always a mystery. Could it be the same illness that Charlotte's adopted grandfather is currently suffering? That I may never know. That's one of the plot points in this game that's left purposefully vague. Unless that's touched upon more in Charlotte and Kevin scenario, but I don't remember it being that way. Anyway, now that the Elder has given us his graces, we can talk to the villagers, and they are still assholes. I was merely praying to the Goddess of Mana for a continued safe passage. Shall we be on our way? Well, first let's get some weapons. Oh. Well, screw you too, buddy. You see what I mean?
Welcome.
Well, at least you're not discriminatory. Anyway, we got some new armor plates here. Get the more expensive stuff if you can, that will boost you up significantly.
I'll make use of this.
They even got helmets here. Well, don't mind if I do.
Always good to have a spare.
This is useful.
Always good to have a spare.
I had wanted this.
going back to the weapon shop, there's also going to be a double selection of each weapon type. So again, just get the more expensive stuff if you can. You got the Flowerburg and the Shamshir for Duran, the Thoth one and the Ash one for Angela, and the Plumed Lance, or maybe it's Plumed Lance, and the Dark Impaler for Reese.
Of this?
This is useful.
Your life's pretty complicated, Charlotte. Come on. Let's head to the mana statue.
Yeah, Charlotte's life is indeed complicated. Maybe a bit too complicated for my liking. And Duran appears to be more level-headed than he was before. I'm actually kind of concerned. Duran is not being a dickhead. This is not what I signed up for. Yeah, that's the Silk Spitter's webs. Their web of shadows. That was a pretty good Spider-Man game. I just wish it wasn't expensive though. Holy crap. Or at least release the damn thing on new consoles. Why is Web of Shadows so hard to get all of a sudden? The same thing for the Deadpool game. And the strange thing about Deadpool is the game is not even that old. It came out in what, 2015? It's already delisted. Great. Now I can't play it. They even buy it. Gonna have to fork up some cash for a physical copy of Deadpool the game because it's gonna cost an arm and 2 legs. Gonna be Darth Vader up in this piece. And Duran's asleep. Great. Time to switch. Quilted hoods are not that special, other than I think these are the enemies that throw out the sleeping flowers, which is what caused Duran to fall asleep. So you want to watch out for that.
Oh, this must be the mana statue the Elder mentioned. Interesting. I've never seen this plant. Oh, but it smells divine. I believe this is the path you seek. There you are. Would it be all right for me to take one of these flowers with me? I do so love the smell.
Apparently Luna's one for plants, even though she's a moon spirit. Okay. I'll see you in part 25. I don't know how to end this video.